What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're all doing well. In today's stream, we're going to continue on with a little bit more Euro Truck 2. Now, I'm trying to attempt something that I haven't done yet, and that's my longest haul. I think we're looking at around about 2,300 and something odd miles. So it's definitely going to be a long haul, that's for sure. But like I say, I've been twitching to play this game, twitching to get back into it. You know, and like I say, this game is absolutely fantastic. So, without further ado, I guess we best get stuck in. Now, of course, on the channel, I'm trying to keep it varied. I'm trying to switch it up and make sure that obviously I cover all bases. But I think that Euro Truck, American Truck, these titles like the same. You know, they'll be a constant thing which gets shown on the channel. But like I say, without further ado, let's get stuck straight in, shall we? So we are in the Scania. I do have a load already set up and ready to go. So hopefully, no issues along the way. Move lane, but of course we have to we're gonna have to fill up at some point as well. There we go. But hopefully it doesn't stay too dark. Now it's nearly 20 past 11, so you know it won't stay dark for very long, because as you know, anybody that's watched these streams back know that every time I try and stream it, it's always dark. So you know, it's a lose-lose situation for me. I'm just going to sit back, relax, and get this haul underway. Now, of course, 57.5 hours travel time. You know, so it's going to be a very, very, very long drive, but I have been twitching to get back to playing this game, and I thought to myself, what not a better way to kick it off by trying to attempt the longest haul that I've done yet to date. There we go. Get this thing into gear. Should be able to turn off the beacon for a second. But yeah, like I say, I've been absolutely loving the Scania. You know, it's a great truck. I do like the Volvos as well. But at the moment, this has to be, you know, my favourite truck by far. Oh, we're changing again. Oh, it's flashing amber. Okay, well, just skip through it then. We'll have to stop and fuel up some point down the line. I think we're going to be alright for a minute. How's it going, Sim Racer, mate? Welcome to the stream. But like I say, this is the longest haul that I've done by far. You know, 2,300 miles and some change. You know, 57 hours driving time. You know, it's going to be a monumental effort, I think. But you know, I'm all comfy, so fingers crossed. Yeah, all good this end, mate. All good this end. Thought to myself, it's been a little while since I played Euro Truck, so, you know, what better way to kick it off than to go some long hauling, you know, some long distance journeys, some travelling, you know, actually warrant getting it all set up and everything. So it's pretty sweet. I was debating what truck to use, but like I say, I'm really enjoying driving the Scania at the moment, so you know, I just had to do it. Yeah, man. Like I say, you're not really being you know, robbed too much of an experience. Pretty much the same game. But I'm glad you're enjoying it nevertheless. It's just getting back into the groove, really. Yeah, these games are good, and I feel like I don't play them enough, you know. But I'm sure you've been here, there, and everywhere, haven't you, Sim Racer, on ETS now? Oh yeah, I forgot about that with the GeForce Now with no wheel spot. That must be pretty frustrating, actually. You know, it will be a nice experience when you do get yourself a PC and you can set it all up and, you know, off you go, really. You know, in my opinion, it's worth every penny. You know, it's worth every penny. Oh, nice one. But I think the one real thing that does it for me more than anything is the distance that you can travel. You can tailor however you want your experience to be, and I think that's what is a good selling point. What makes this game so good. You aren't limited in any way. You know, you can choose what sort of cargo you take. You know, it's brilliant. It is brilliant. Oh damn, man, that's not good. Maybe your partner's laptop is not built for it. I mean, this game can be very, very demanding. It depends on what really, like, what settings you run it at and how many mods you run as well. That can also affect the performance of the game. As tempting as it is to just stockpile loads of mods, it also comes with a few repercussions, because it can really, really affect the performance. Evening, Venom. Yeah, I mean, 38 mods might be pushing it, especially if like you say, the laptop isn't really designed for gaming, essentially, playing games like this. I don't know why the lights keep flashing amber for. It might be to do with the mod that I've got for longer yellows, maybe. Discovered a new viewpoint. Quite a few twists and turns here. let's jump on the ferry. Right, let's have a look. Oh wow, okay, well we may as well go over to that one then. Lights are flashing out, it was a European thing. They flash at night because the roads aren't so busy. It's like a giveaway system. Oh, fair enough. Oh, of course. Let's have a quick look. Definitely going to have to think about finding somewhere to stop and fuel up as well, but it shouldn't be too bad for a moment. We've got about a quarter of a tank. I was going to say, definitely going to need to fill up. Oh, I can imagine Sim Racer, yeah. No, I can't. I don't think I have Sim Racer. No, I think I have. Like I say, I haven't even put as much time into this game as I would, you know, particularly like to. And quite a lot of the map, I'm still yet to explore and still yet to discover with the stuff that I do have currently. So. Is this fuel in here? Yeah, it looks like it. Speed Trap City, yeah, I can imagine it is. I probably wouldn't do very well through that. At 1,500 miles, 35 hours. Completely stocked up on fuel now. But yeah, I think the main points really for this, you know, like if you're really into your, like I say, your logistics, your trucking, you know, this is definitely the go-to game if you want to kind of scratch that itch, so to speak. You know, I mean, I know that trucking isn't for everyone, and I know that sometimes watching somebody driving for long periods of time as well can be a bit boring, a bit tedious, but you know, I really want to get this this haul done. Like I say, I've been itching to play it, and I just want to get a nice decent haul done, because to be quite honest with you, I've missed playing this game, you know. Oh yeah, absolutely, I will enjoy it, Sim Racer, yeah. Like I say, I don't mind. It's an absolute pleasure to drive the trucks in this game, especially with the scenery, you know, all that stuff. It's completely immersive, and you know, like I said before, you got to give credit where credit is due. They've done a fantastic job with this game. Yeah, exactly, Sim Racer. That's what I mean. You know, it's the attention to detail that they have. You know, everywhere you go, it's almost you know, a real life copy. You know, to its real life counterpart. You know, just the attention to detail for the tiniest things makes up for it, and for the pricing of the DLCs, you really can't complain, can you? Whoa. I was in a dolly daydream then. Absolutely. That looked like quite a bad incident, that. But yeah, that's the thing. They're constantly looking for, you know, the next location or the next truck design or something like that. You know, they're always giving. And I mean the standard. I mean they've really set that bar quite high, haven't they? Oh, what's going on? Oh dear. Hopefully the stream doesn't cut out. You know, I don't think I'm the only one that's experiencing internet problems currently. I don't know what it is. I think over the last couple of weeks it's just been a bit up and down like a yo-yo, you know. Yeah, Sim Racer, it's definitely, something's definitely going on. Hopefully it stabilizes, hopefully it sorts itself out. I don't know what's going on, whether it's a YouTube thing or not. You just have to keep me informed. Just let me know if you struggle to hear me, or you know the stream cuts out or something like that, and I will try and sort it out. Hopefully it doesn't persist. Ah, okay, thanks, Sim Racer. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Yeah, I think it's just the whole streaming side of things. It's, you know, it comes and goes in leaps and bounds, you know, and I'm not too sure as to why that is, but it's not the first time that it's happened. And I'm not the only streamer to report it either, so maybe it's something on the tail end of what they're doing. But yeah, I mean, like I say, I'm really looking forward to this game's future, and whether they decide to actually bring out a new title, you know, and what that would actually include, because where they've set their bar so high, I think they're going to struggle to almost top what they've done. Obviously we can go down the lines of visuals and performance and things like that, but you know, honestly I think that they would really struggle to outdo themselves with a new title. But who knows? Who knows? There's still a few countries left for them to kind of bring out as DLCs, so be interested to see what they are, you know, with the current state of the world and all that stuff. And I actually played around with a little bit of Truckers MP as well. So that is something that I'm going to be showing very soon. Well, I mean, in the topic of conversation when it comes to Unreal 5, actually, I've got a stream coming up very soon regarding Taurus Bus and Fern Bus. I'll be showing a little bit of Fern Bus as I talk about it. I think Taurus Bus in itself has kind of run its course for the moment. Yeah, SimRacer, there's a few DLCs which are on hold at the moment, but I think it's all political. But I'm also very tempted to actually show this new Modern Warfare 2 as well, because I remember playing it back in the day. Whether it's going to be the same as what it was back then is a different story, but you know, I mean, maybe spice it up and bring something new to the channel, because I don't mind first-person shooters. I just feel like most of them are all the same these days. I thought the traffic was slowing down then. Seems to be coming at a bit of a steady pace. The ambient sound seems really quiet, and then when you go back into the truck, it's, I don't know, it's a little bit more. Yeah, just released the DLC gamers on the politics. Yeah, that's right. But then I guess they have to deal with the backlash, you know, of it all, don't they? You know, I've always said that with like hunting simulators. You know, why they don't add certain species of animal, like elephants and rhinos, for example. You know, and they say, oh, well, they don't want to encourage poaching for those specific animal types, whatever. But then it's like, it's not like I'm gonna play like Call of the Wild or something and then go out and hunt down some lions and some elephants, is it? You know. You know, it's like going through one of these sort of like third world countries, you know. It's not like you're just going to get out and join in on the riots midway through a, you know, midway through a truck call, are you know? So... It's a very strange world that we live in. Very strange. And it's quite shocking actually how it affects. Games just aren't built like they used to be. You know, like this Saints Row reboot, you know, it kind of removed everything which made that game so great. You know, and a lot of a lot of games are doing that these days, you know, cancel culture and all that sort of stuff. You can't say the wrong thing. How's it going, Amir? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. But I really want SCS to make a busing game. I think they would do an excellent job with it. You know, there's lots of ideas, but I just wish somebody would kind of just take the technology and hardware that we have now and produce a game that really pushes the hardware to its limit, you know. I'm sure we're all getting fed up of these half-baked games. We've got 1,251 miles to go, 29.5 hours, so, you know, we've been going for a little while, considering I started at just over 2,300 miles. But what are you all up to anyway? What have you all been up to? Got any games going on? You just got me in the background. No, I can't say I have Sim Racer, no. I'll definitely have a look into it though. Like I say before, I'm in the market for a new steering wheel, a new setup, but you know, things are changing all the time, prices are changing all the time. It's, you know, I'm just being patient for a moment. Hopefully the right thing will pop up. I don't know if you've noticed as well, but all the buses that drive past are they've actually got the or the coaches, should I say, have got the Fern bus liveries on them as well, which is a nice little mod that you can get for this. Yeah, Sim Racer, a lot of the wheels that you find nowadays, you know, they are, I mean, some of them are, you know, getting on to the prices of like a somewhat decent gaming PC, you know. Slavicia, I think that's Slavisa. Unfortunately, you can't download this game for free. It would be really nice if you could. But I mean, you catch it on a sale, it's pretty much free anyway. You can snap it up quite cheap. I'm fairly confident it is just called the Fernbus liveries for coaches. Fairly confident. But like I say, that's another game as well, which I will be showing a considerable amount on the channel. You know, because of obviously anticipating the release of it for consoles as well. I feel like I could get into it a little bit more and kind of show you guys really what the game's like, and kind of go into a little bit more depth with it. I know I've made previous videos about how I feel about it, you know, but like I say, things change, and you know, I think that I best give it a fair chance, if that makes any sense. I already know the ins and outs of the game and really what it has to offer, but you know, to actually just sit there and appreciate it for what it is, that's something that I need to do, just like what I've done with Tourist Bus, and just like what I've done with, you know, many other games as well. But yeah, unfortunately you can't, like I said, you can't you know, if you ever stumble across anything which says, oh yeah, you can download this for free, should know that in this world, you know, that you don't get anything for free, especially when it comes to, you know, games anyway. Any websites that you may come across that says free install, just avoid that like the plague if I was you. But I have been thinking for the next giveaway, actually, I'm going to do. I'm looking at giving away a code for this game. Actually, funny you should mention it. So yeah, like I say, I do have a Discord channel. Anybody that, you know, is interested in joining that, you know, the link will be in the description. And that's where the giveaways will be announced, hosted, so to speak. I have done the giveaway on the as a part of a live stream before, but I feel that if I do it through the Discord, it gives everybody a fair opportunity, you know, just down to different time zones and all that sort of stuff. So it gives everybody a fair go. Oh, what have we got? Where everyone's locking up now. Has there been an incident? Doesn't look like it. It's a bit strange. Can't say I've ever seen that before. Yeah, I think a code for Euro Truck Simulator, I think will make a nice addition. Like I was saying, there's been some really good simulation games on the market currently. You know, Train Sim World 3 I've been really enjoying. I've also been enjoying getting back into Farm Sim 22 as well. If anybody's interested in joining that, we've got a little operation going on at the moment, so you know, more the merrier. All the details will be in the Discord for that. Nice little drive though. I think it's saying that my wheels are slightly damaged, or my tyres. Might have to go in and get that checked out. Whoa, don't slam on there, mate. How's it going, Munchies? Oh wow, that does not look good. Yeah, no problem, man, no problem. I mean, this is going to be quite a lengthy stream, so you know, we'll probably still be here. But then again, I think it's been a little while since this thing has actually been serviced anyway. So maybe I should have thought about that before taking on such a long distance haul, but yeah, I think it'll be alright. Famous last words. Yeah, Lithuania is really nice to drive through on this. I know exactly what you mean, you know, especially with, I mean, you're going back to a little bit more of like simpler times. You can definitely see how European those areas really are. You know, but like the singular roads and stuff, it's very nice to drive through. More rural than anything else. But that's what I mean. Euro truck is not always, you know, motorways. You know, I mean, it's predominantly motorways, but you do find yourself traveling through some really nice sort of, you know, scenic routes, which are absolutely stunning in terms of views. You know, I kind of wish that they did a little bit more with that with on the road, you know. I always found that I enjoyed driving on the more scenic sort of routes than the actual motorway itself. But they just never really seem to be enough of them. which is a shame, because as we all know, on the road it has a lot of potential. It still does, you know, and whether they decide to bring it up to speed with the Unreal Engine 5 like they're supposedly doing for Fernbus and Taurus Bus, you know, I mean, that's to be said. But of course, two different developers, so I don't think Aerosoft have got on the road for Unreal Engine 5 on the cards anytime soon, but it could be a possibility. I just think that I think the only thing which really sort of hinders with on the road is the engine that it's used, because obviously it uses the Unity engine. If they was to have used Unreal Engine 4, you know, I think it probably would have had a better chance. Because I mean, on the road, it's, you know, it's got a bad reputation, and I think that's just stemmed mainly from the lack of communication and the lack of updates. It's a common story, but I can only imagine what it would be like if they was to bring it up to speed. You know, if they was to run on the road through Unreal Engine 5 for consoles, you know, that would be something that I would definitely consider giving a go. As much as some of us despise that game, you know, it's still basically the next best thing for the console side of it anyway. Of course, if you have an Xbox, you know, you can play this on your Xbox, but I don't know, it feels like something needs to change. There needs to be something, I don't know. This is where it'll tell me what's wrong with my truck, hopefully. Wait, did it say that I needed to pull in, or did it say that I could bypass it? There's no actual marker there, so I think it actually said I could bypass it. Or maybe not. Thank you for your cooperation. Great. You could have moved over. Yeah, I feel like I did have a look at the construction simulator, but I think for me, like if you was to say, you know, you just chuck in a couple of hours, I feel like it can be a tiny bit repetitive, especially for the price that they're asking for that game as well. I think for the general price of it, I don't think it's offering enough to justify the cost. But the fact that it's got no wheel support as well is a bit of a shame. And I'm sure that would put a lot of people off buying it. Of course, wheels aren't, you know, completely necessary. But given the option, it being, you know, in today's standard when it comes to simulation games, the one thing that you would pretty much expect the majority of all simulation games to have is some form of, you know, head tracking, wheel support, that kind of stuff. Ooh, €50. Yeah, see, that's probably a bit too steep for what the game really is. I think it's about £30 here, something like that. Unfortunately for me, you know, the novelty wears off with games like that. A bit like Gas Station Sim. You know, Gas Station Sim is fun, but in small doses. You find yourself, you play a fair few hours on it to begin with, and then the systems, they become so repetitive that in the end you just get bored of doing the same thing over and over again. There's not enough variety. At least with something like this, you know, you've got multiple different options that you can choose, different cargo, different destinations, different prices, all that kind of stuff. You know, it plays a massive factor into, you know, keeping people engrossed. That's the, you know, that's the point, isn't it? Well, it is for me anyway. I'm not too sure about everyone, but yeah, that's exactly it, Sim Racer. Exactly it. For what you could get for that money, you know, you get a far better experience. It's just all the short-lived titles, isn't it? You know, so there are some fantastic indie games, but they all run into the same issues. Whoa. Pay attention. Oh, looks like someone's been pulled over. Yeah, I do the same thing, Sim Racer. Yeah, I go through quite a few countries as well, but you know, you're not really paying attention to really recognise where you are. So it's almost as if you're driving with like partial memory loss. It's like all this. If I was to come on tomorrow and do this route, I probably wouldn't recognise it. So I get what you mean there. Another toll. I appreciate you all coming in anyway. You know, it's an absolute pleasure talking to you as always. Like I say, I've got the rest of the week pretty much booked up for streams as well, so that's you know, that's something that I've been wanting to do for a little while. You know, real life is getting a little bit hectic at the moment, so I'm trying to stream where I can. Like I say, all your support is massively appreciated. And of course, if you are new here, you know, like, subscribe, turn that bell notification on. Be massively appreciated. But when it comes down to actually thinking about Euro Truck and American Truck, you know, the games are that good that it's really, really hard to find stuff to talk about. It almost feels like it's just one of those things where you've just got to be quiet, you know, and just enjoy the drive, and that's what I absolutely love about it. You know, off stream, you know, you can really get yourself lost in this game. Yeah, Sim Racer. When you install stuff like that over long periods of time, it does get a bit tedious to listen to. I agree. Especially driving for hours on end anyway. You know, if you're doing quite a hefty route, the last thing you want is a turbo whistle going off like every 2 seconds. Especially if the transition in sound isn't smooth. You know, it can sometimes they can just be a little bit too abrupt. But it's exactly like on the road. Like anybody that's really played it, when you reach a certain speed, like all engine noise just cancels out. Like you can't hear it. And I always found that very, very strange. Yeah, that's it. I usually put like a Spotify playlist on or something. Just chill out and listen to some music whilst driving. Of course, I would absolutely love to be able to do that, live streaming, but obviously YouTube, you know, copyright and all that. Got all those ridge markers there as well, a mod. But we have driven quite a hefty way. 825 miles left to go. But I think for me, when it actually comes to trucking in general, as much as I do like this game, there are definitely some things which could be improved upon. There are a few things which I, you know, in my opinion, could be included, especially when it comes to navigation. But another one that keeps slipping my mind as well is we've got Alaskan Truck Sim to look forward to in December. I hope that it doesn't get delayed, postponed, but you know, if the game's not right, the game's not right. But I'll definitely be interested to show that on the channel anyway. I don't know, what are your guys' thoughts on Alaskan Truck? I mean, at this point, from a console perspective, you know, I think everyone's just happy to at least get, you know, get a little bit of love, get a little bit of, you know, extra simulation games being added, you know, despite, you know, how poor they may come across. I think people are excited to kind of try new things, you know, things which they've wanted to play for quite a while. The heavens have opened. You know, but like I've said before, I think that where our sort of expectations and standards are so high, when we use something like Euro Truck or American Truck as a comparison, it definitely it doesn't give games which are at least trying a chance. You know, sometimes we can be so critical on certain titles. How's it going, Adi? Yeah, to be fair, Sim Racer, the demo for it wasn't that great at all. You know, when it come down to controls and stuff, I know that it was a demo, a beta, or whatever. But I think they probably could have done a little bit more to it before kind of giving people the chance to play it. Because when I played the demo for it, I did such a short video on it because I essentially ran out of things to talk about. Like, I ran out of things to actually say because the game, it was so sort of lackluster and bare bones at that moment, at that point. It didn't really feel immersive enough for me to kind of get excited about it, you know. Indonesia, eh? Well, welcome. But I'm sure it'll be somebody's thing, you know. I'm sure it'll be something that, you know, it'll probably attract the right audience. I don't think they've actually stated a price either. That's going to be something that's going to be rather interesting to see. I'm pretty sure it's from another developer, SimRacer. I just can't remember which one. But of course it comes out on the, I believe it comes out on the 7th of September, December, sorry. but it will be coming to PC before consoles, so I'm guessing that's probably just a, you know, the PC side of it will be the beta, you know, the sort of guinea pig testers before they release it. See, with the special cargo and everything, what you'll find is that you can actually download a lot of mods which give you unique cargo anyway. Like transporting ambulances and all that kind of stuff. Yep, more mods. You know, but I think that's the beauty of it. You know, the modding community always come in, you know, when it comes down to these sorts of games, and it is the modding community which basically keep these games alive, even you know, with obviously the content that they bring out. You know, it's still heavily modding community based, and I think that's the element which the console side of things really miss out on. Because even when gaming developers stop updating their games, it's usually the modding community which continue to improve, keep those games alive. Oh, it makes you download the mods every single time, does it? I mean, for me, that would get quite frustrating. You know, I mean, I would probably be inclined to just only have a couple. If it made me have to, you know, obviously re-download the mods every time. I could see that becoming a little bit tedious. But it goes back to what I was saying before, you know, with these titles coming to console, you know, it's like there's so much evidence to suggest that it won't, but at the same time, in the back of your mind, you know, you want to kind of ignore all that and just hope that it does. You want some like change, you know, where they can actually do it. That would be amazing. I think, yeah, I mean, you imagine the sales on this title if they would blow everything out of the water when it comes to simulate trucking speed. You know, it's just something like this to kind of revolutionize this standard of what we currently get on consoles when it comes to trucking games. You know, I think that even if you don't get the full, you know, Euro Truck experience, you know, the core fundamental game, I think would be a darn sight better than anything that's currently on console. Absolutely. Stop it there. I mean, I guess down to the thought of it, I think the only thing which would kind of be a hard thing to work around would be the modding side of it. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the persist for too long. Hopefully it's all good now. 580 miles to go. Just let everything catch up a minute. Yeah, that's not good. Well, hopefully everything's back to normal. But I think it's been an absolutely fantastic drive so far, despite the few issues with the connection and that. I think it's been a nice journey. Start paying a little bit more attention to the road.